No trespassing. Great. So I keep going, looking over my shoulder to see how close they are. I held my breath and I asked myself if I'm going to make it. With the key in my hand, I'm running to the door and I press it as fast as I could. The place looks dreary, but this isn't the time to be picky. The sign on the big gray door says "Be Fallen." Once inside, I discover 5 people are staring at me, like my eyes are big and I'm tired and I needed some rest. I tell them the story, how they're waiting outside, warning against leaving now. We're kind of trapped in here for now. There were 3 men and 2 women. With me, now there was 6. The older woman, Wanda, bossed the younger woman around like she owned the place. The younger woman's name was Curry. She had really light skin and was quite pretty. I could tell that she was independent by the way she would look at the older woman when she barked out her orders. Then she'd just float off and do what she needed to do. She was really likable. The old man appeared to be drunk, and he seemed to have no worries. The second man to Hull, he was a follower. He just stood there waiting and to see what everybody else was going to do. But the third guy, Scuffle, he kept talking like he was confident, but I could tell that he was scared. He looked more like his name should have been Scruffy, too. I've seen his type before. He's going to be trouble looking for a place to happen. We must all stick together. I locked the rest of the doors and the windows with the key. We need to wait until daylight. The sun will make 'em all go away. Wanda could hear Curry's pet, and she went to see. We all had to follow, running just to keep up. We came just in time to see as Wanda opened up the window and tried to throw out the pet outside. "No!" I shouted. It was too late. The greater werewolf grabbed Wanda's arm and it bit it clean off. She fell backwards in pain. I pulled the window shut. The old man pulled something out of his cloak, and Wanda grabbed it and drank it. We all knew she was going to bleed to death. Curry hugged her pet. She had been missing it for a while and looking for it. Scuffle says, "Give 'em the key. That's what they want. Maybe they'll let the rest of us go free." I tried to explain again. "No, it's good against evil in here. They will never let us go at night." Scuffle said, "This is all your fault, Jembar. They weren't here until you came. I got buddies. We can kill them pretty easily. I'm going to go get their help." Scuffle must have had some kind of vision that he was going to be a hero or something, because the next thing he does is grab Curry, forces a kiss on her, opens up the door with the key that he took off the old woman out of her pocket when she died, and he runs out about 100 feet as we watch, with the hole following close behind him. 4 nasty-looking undead rotting skeletons run up and start beating on the 2 of them. Scuffle pushes to Hull, and a group of angry skeletons. The Hull falls to the ground, yelling, "Help!" Scuffle starts running back, and he's bringing the angry mob with him, but by the time he gets to the door, Curry crashes a blunt object down on Scuffle's hand, knocking the key outside, and she slams the door shut, closing Scuffle outside. I locked up the door as fast as I could. Everybody shouldn't have to die because Scuffle's stupid. We could hear them now, all around us, trying to get in. The old man was the only one left who knew his way around in here. We ran down to the basement, and we could feel a cold breeze coming through a crack in the wall. The old man said it had been a long time, and he couldn't remember exactly where all of this went. But one thing for sure, we knew that they were getting in upstairs, and they were going to come after us. It was too late to turn back now. We found a secret door, and that went down a long path. The old man was in front of us a few feet. Finally, he sees a little girl sitting in a corner on the dark floor where the path had turned. The old man turned out to know her. She said that the rest of her group had been killed, so there was only one thing to really do. We took her in with us. The skeletons were coming from everywhere now. We had to run back upstairs. We ran all the way to the top floor. All of a sudden, the girl turns around and she looks like she's under a curse. She began to stab the old man. This dark guy appears. His eyes are hollowed out and dark. He started to help the girl. With a wave of his hand, Curry and I seen this huge explosion. The young girl's skin began to boil. When the old man turns and starts hitting on me, I healed and fought for all the strength that I had left. By the time it was done, the old man and the young girl were dead. When it was all over, Curry and I both gained new and much more powerful spells by winning this final fight. It was time for me to pass on the key. I pressed it into her hand. She didn't want to take it, but she finally did. I was no longer the keeper of the key. It was time for me to enter into a new realm.